I'm currently using MarkStrat, so I can tell you more about the user experience as an instructor and how students feel about it, as well as show a demo of the simulation. Before I begin, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Unity. I'm an assistant faculty in the marketing area within BA at the Gies College, and just very excited to be here and share some of the teaching strategies. So, two shout outs. One is the simulation is created and launched by Stratex, which is a company that I really appreciate for their customer service support, particularly Paul Ritmo. I started using this only about a year ago, and it was a learning curve for me to get to learn how to use the simulation and then be able to teach it to students. So it's been very helpful having a great customer service support team to be able to help with anything I need. And also to Eric, who is also faculty in marketing. And he is the one who was using this in his course even before I started teaching BADM 420, which is Advanced Marketing Management. So I've also gotten a lot of insights and tips and tricks that he uses to really make the simulation my own for my students. So today I know we're going to be in a time crunch because I have way too much planned out. But if you looked at the 5 things you should know about MarkStrat document, the overview will tell you that it is a simulation where you can allow students to make real life business decisions within a very controlled environment so they're not actually losing money. So it's a low risk environment to learn business strategy. And then what does it do? It creates this simulated world where you have multiple industries. Within each industry, there are multiple companies. For a class of 60 students, I would typically have 2 industries set up and 30 students in each industry. Within that, they'll have 5 or 6 teams of 4 or 5 students to make sure there is enough variation across industries. And within each industry, each company can also see other companies' performance and they're affected by their competition. So that's typically the breakup I use for my students to form teams which represent a company within a specific industry. And then they can observe performance round by round. They play 9 rounds during the semester, 1 round each week. The other things why I'm excited about MarkStrat is because, as I said, they can try out marketing strategies and they can apply course concepts to decisions that they have to make every week instead of just coming in and listening to lectures, which makes it a real more hands on for them. And also, they can have fun working in teams and learn some life skills because all kinds of team issues come up as with any group project. So they really learn how to navigate those. They are able to see their performance. They learn how to face failure because sometimes teams' performances don't go as they expect. And so they have to revamp their strategy because the simulation adapts dynamically. So for today's next 10 minutes or so, I want to do 3 things. I'll give you all a little bit of an intro to MarkStrat, the history of the simulation. I will then show a demo of MarkStrat decisions. I have some screenshots on the slides, but I can also go into the system if there are further questions. And finally, I will talk about a few tips that are useful and have been useful for me as an instructor in implementing MarkStrat for my courses. So a quick background.